am here with Leogun, and we are at, what the hell is this club? Satellite in Silver Lake. And I am lucky enough to be the person who gets to interview them. Yay! Okay, so my first question is, after being completely blown away by hearing your music, I'm dying to hear the story of how the three of you got together, became a band, and started making music.
Matt and I have been playing together since we were kids, like since we were 13 years old, and we met in school. Slapped a bass in his hand, and we started jamming from there on in, playing pubs and clubs around London when we were, just about able to see over the bar. And so we got to college. We were doing it for a long period of time. We started to think about how to write songs, and got picked up by management. This is the short story, really. Picked up by management, and then got involved with Yamaha Entertainment Group out in America here. Came out to do our album, and then drafted Mikey as the new drummer. So that's the short.
That's 10 years.
So, 10 years. Mike, when did you get into the picture?
Probably about a year ago. After the occasions with the band before with the drummers, I was just called upon to play a gig, like a one-off show, and then it just resulted in another show, and another show, and then it was just seemed as though it was a perfect match really between all of us.
Okay. Can you guys tell me about your name? You probably get that question a lot. My first thought, I didn't really know anything about it. Of course, I have read something, but I want it in your own words. But my first thought was that it was just a pretty cool name for like a really badass rock band. So I didn't put any more thought into it until I saw that there was meaning. Yeah. But if you could tell me in your own words.
Well, we were called Mad Dog before, so we were really into that imagery of being called Mad Dog, and it was it was very sort of instantaneous. You could remember it. So we had to change the name because it was just potentially going to land us in trouble, especially in America, because other bands were using it, etc. We wanted to just have something unique. So I wanted the imagery to sort of be as impactful as Mad Dog. So we just started thinking about lions and that sort of aggression and how that would relate to the music. And we were just playing around with words and just trading ideas around. And Leo came up, and then Leogun, and the word was born, and it was like, half man, half lion. Okay, let's go with that. And yeah, so we like to.
Very cool. Your EP is about to be released. What day does it actually come out, and what's the best way for fans to get their hands on it?
Well, the best way to come is to come and see us at one of our shows, and they're all up on our website and on our Facebook and all of those sorts of things. But other than that, it's out on the 16th of October, and it will be available to download.
Great.
From the 16th of October. 16th.
So, is tonight the first night of your tour? I know you have quite a few dates in the U.S. after this.
Yeah. Well, this is the second.
Okay. Prior to this, did you guys get to play a lot of shows in the U.S., like when you were recording the EP? I know you recorded in Nashville.
Well, no. We had to. We concentrated so much time and effort on the recording, and we went back to play shows and sort of keep people at home in London sort of interested in the project and the band and that. And been out to Russia a couple of times. That's been a lot of fun. But this is kind of our first time to stretch our legs in the US. So.
Okay. So this question is actually for you, Matt and Tommy. When you guys first started playing together, what was the music that you were creating together like way back then?
I don't know. It was like back then. It was kind of like straight up rock music, wasn't it? Yeah. Sort of probably with missing some focus on like songs would be quite long, maybe like 7 minutes long. And then we sort of, as we sort of got older, we sort of went a little bit more grungy and sort of a lot more riff driven, and then sort of developed into focus like Tom writing much more sort of accessible radio things that could be played on radio, like for time wise and sort of hooks and stuff like that.
Hooks especially, came into it like a lot later.
Okay, what is your creative process like? And, double-edged question, are the 4 songs on the EP all new relatively, or are they older songs that you've been playing for a while?
Well, Let's Be Friends has sort of been around for a while, but it's been just sort of, I kind of cut the fat off of it and made it, made it quite lean and 3 minutes long and sort of more radio friendly, a lot more recently, but the idea's been around for ages. But things like End of the World and Every Day, they're pretty new. Yeah.
I think we recorded End of the World before we even played it live, didn't we?
Yeah, we hadn't even ever played it live. Yeah. So yeah, that was a real fresh one. But it's cool if when it comes to the creative process, if the guys have got an idea and we work on that in a jam, and if I sit around and do a lot of writing at home as well and bring ideas to the table and work on hooks and riffs and things like that, so yeah, it can be as a group thing, or I'll bring ideas in as well, and so it's kind of just it's organic. It's wherever the idea comes from is where it comes from. That's it.
Tell me about your process of recording the EP in Nashville, how that all came about. Did you pick Nashville, and what the recording process was like there?
We picked Nashville in as much as that it's the home base for Yamaha Entertainment Group. So they've got a lovely place down in Franklin there, and we recorded it in a very relaxed environment. We had to pull a couple of songs out of the hat, so to speak, but producer Chris Jarrow and I really get on musically speaking as well. We've got quite a good creative relationship, so him at the helm and then me putting the songs together, etc., just seemed to work like that. We're very, very lucky like that, and it was Mike's first time out recording with us, and he took to it like a duck to water, so that was good.
How long did the process take of doing the recording?
3 days.
2-3 days, but for the EP,
yeah.
2 songs are on the EP.
Yeah.
Tell me about your songs lyrically. What kind of things do you tend to write about? Are they based on experiences from your life, or are they just things you randomly come to?
A lot of them are based on experiences. I'm not particularly good at making things up just out of nowhere, so I do draw on things. But I think it's very important to just be honest. I'm not going to sing about something I don't necessarily believe in. So I think just when it comes to writing lyrics, as long as I truly believe in it and can relate to what I'm saying, then I feel like I'm really onto something, So if it happens to be about a bad relationship, then I'm cool, I'll go with it. If it happens to be about being out and having fun and hey little baby, let's be friends, then I believe in that as well. So I run with that too.
Okay. So after you guys are done with this tour, which is about, 12, 14 shows altogether?
I think it's a bit more. Potentially a few more as well.
I think it's closer to 30 shows.
So you'll probably be on the road for a while?
Yeah, to about the end of November.
And then what are your plans after that? Do you have any ideas? Is it just like go home and chill, or?
The idea would be to see how it takes to radio and see how much attention it gets and see how much pace it gathers there. And then we have the full length LP, LP, due for release in February next year. So it'll all be ramping up for that.
That was my last question, actually, because.
I'm sorry, I ruined that.
No, that's fine. The one thing that listening to the EP really did for me was it just made me want to know more. And I have a feeling that everybody that hears it, that's how they're going to be. Yeah. And not everybody's going to, unfortunately, be able to see you live. So, but anyway, is there anything about your band that you'd like to tell our readers, listeners, that I didn't cover?
Just that there's a three-piece band from England playing heavy rock music, and there hasn't been that sort of thing for a little while, and we're not afraid to do it. So come and have a look, come and have a listen, and yeah, we'll be that band.
Right.
We're going to be that band.
Thank you guys so much for this interview. I really appreciate it.